Back here in Kansas City, the Chiefs lead it 14-10, but a late first half touchdown by the Chargers on an impressive 80-yard touchdown drive. Let's take a look at the first half performance presented by Intel. Well, Alex Smith has found Donnie Avery on 2 passes of over 30 yards each. One went for a touchdown. The other one set up the other touchdown to Jamaal Charles from 7 yards out. We were talking so much about the weather because it's a frigid day here. It's not going to quite touch 30 degrees, but but game time was just a little above 20. But it really doesn't seem to be affecting the play here. We had no turnovers so far in this game. What are you looking for the rest of the way?
Well, just the offensive football. What we're seeing now, both quarterbacks getting protected well. And you're right, the weather has not been a problem for the receivers, the returners, or the quarterbacks. And, I got to be impressed. Phillip Rivers, very sharp in the first half, and the same with Alex Smith. You heard the halftime studio. They were talking about it. Everybody kind of likes the fact Kansas City trying to make plays down the field in their passing game.
Ryan Succop to kick it to Danny Woodhead, who not only caught the touchdown, but also had 17 yards rushing on the Chargers touchdown drive. And it's Woodhead grabbing it at the 5. And about the 28. There's the first half summary. Rivers with a touchdown pass. Look at the numbers. 130 and 130. A touchdown each and no picks.
I think the big thing here is you look at the start of this second half, and we talk about the Kansas City defense. Can they find outside pressure rushing the quarterback because they're 2 stars out of the game?
Gates in a slot to the left. His next catch will be his 700th. They're going to go draw, though, as Mathews has a quick meeting with Derek Johnson. Kansas City defense. Ali went out with what they say is an ankle injury, was carted inside. And then Houston, they tell us, an elbow injury. And he has not returned either. So we got Moses and Zombo, their backups, out there for the Chief linebackers. 2nd and 10, and ball batted in the air and incomplete. As Zombo tried to get it on the rebound.
Good job this time. They're not going to get beat. Look at the inside linebacker. They're going to stop the short crosser and dips down the field. Good read by Phillip Rivers. Well, you've been getting hurt by the short crossers. Let's just hit them before they get across the field. Good job by Derek Johnson.
3rd and 10. Rivers looking way out to his left where Keenan Allen resides. The man who caught 8 balls for 104 yards in that first half. Ronnie Brown is the running back. And Rivers launches it down the field. Open is Royal, and he has it. One man to beat. Now goes in the middle of the field, brings more defenders in play, and he is tackled at the 18 by Demps. Eddie Royal's been basically absent the entire game up until that play, and it goes for 54.
Pass protection, it's a blitz. That's the first thing. Plenty of time. Eddie Royal coming all the way across the field, and Marcus Cooper cannot just make the adjustment and get back deep enough. He got caught looking in the backfield. Phillip Rivers was looking left the whole time. So you watch the quarterback, but he saw Eddie Royal down the right side and made a beautiful throw.
It's Mathews for 4. We're talking about a Kansas City defense that through the first 7 weeks of the season had 35 sacks. That's 10 more than the next best team in the whole league.
Right.
And now you go through 14 quarters, they've had 1.
Yep. And it's, a lot of reasons. Those sack numbers, Jacksonville and the Oakland Raiders, Terrell Pryor drove it up. but at big moments they were getting the sacks.
Mathews outside. Mathews to the 5 and fights it down to about the 1.
And, you know, look, the story of this game, there's lots of story. Phillip Rivers playing well. Mathews running hard. But how about this O-line? Giving him time. That was a big blitz. That long pass to Eddie Royal before, and the offensive line picked it up. And as the game is going on, Phillip Rivers getting more and more space to throw the football.
Boy, Reinhardt really opened up that side as he was pulling. First and goal. Mathews sails into the end zone for the touchdown.
Everything they talked about, Jim, to us yesterday, Mike McCoy, the decision to kick off to start the game so they could finish the first half, start the second. Is it any more perfect than this today for the San Diego Chargers?
Absolutely, as he drew it up. 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes and 59 seconds of game time as Mathews leaps in for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. And Novak makes it 17-14. Chargers. Rivers says he loves playing here. See the way he headed to the sideline with the lead.
Navigation switches.
Check.
Bags fly free.
Check.
Free TV.
Check.
Legendary low fares.
Check.
Watching the big game from 30,000 feet. Not changing the core of who we are for the past 42 years.
If it matters to you, it matters to us.
So with Chevy's Black Friday sale, the price you see is the price you pay.
Yep, best prices of the year.
Can't see. Honey? Brad.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
It's the Chevy Black Friday sale. During the Chevy Black Friday sale, get this Malibu LS for under $20,000 or this Cruze LS for around $17,000. Hurry, the best prices of the year end Monday, December 2nd.
It's a whole other world up in those hills.
Boy was always troubled, ever since he was a little kid.
You gotta be a good boy and take a dive. They haven't been able to find your brother.
They aren't gonna look for Rodney?
No.
Ronnie Bays' his brother, and I ain't leaving without him. You a cop? I look like a cop?
Out of the Furnace, rated R, December 6th.
Friday, Arkansas, LSU. Saturday, #1, Alabama takes on a team on a miraculous run. Auburn, Thanksgiving weekend on CBS.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Oh, windscreen. All right. What a drive it was. 6 plays, 72 yards. I'm laughing. You fly over the top of that defense and you go right to the bike. Stay warm any way you can.
Warm, that's right. But really, such a spirited effort by this San Diego Chargers football team. When they got down 14-3, that's everything that the Kansas City Chiefs want in this stadium.
They'll have to go back and reset that one again. Boy, the Chargers, you look at their season, all close games, 1-score games.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but they've been in 6 games that have been decided by 1 score.
Right.
And they're 1-5 in those games.
That's what this league's all about, is winning the last 4 or 5 minutes of every game, and they have struggled in that department.
That's Demps scooping it up down the sideline, and Demps, nice run back, pushed out by Novak. Got a flag on the return.
During the return, holding number 42 of the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
That'll back up the Chiefs to the 15-yard line. Next week, doubleheader action. Of course, we've got Thanksgiving Day action as well, but then on Sunday, New England and Houston early to many of you, plus other regional action. And then Denver and Kansas City from right here at Arrowhead. It all begins with a NFL Today, noon Eastern time next Sunday, doubleheader action on CBS. That penalty cost Kansas City 26 yards. After that good return by Demps. And here's Smith to McGrath, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah, it just happens too fast. McGrath gets to the sideline too fast. Alex Smith cannot get the football out there before he's on the sideline, and he's definitely out. McGrath, one of the few guys you'll see in the NFL at tight end or at receiver or running back that does not wear gloves. As Anthony Fasano, the other tight end, said, he's got hands like a carpenter. That means they're big, strong, and beat up.
Like an old man carpenter.
Yeah, there you go. That's what happens.
2nd and 10. Charles, this offense got to go reestablish things. They're walking out here suddenly down after really the last time they had a real snap. They were up 11.
Yeah.
And feeling like they kind of taken control of things. And all of a sudden those two drives, the one right before the half, one right out of the half. And now the thing has completely swung the other way.
Well, they think they put the game into the strength of their football team, their defense, and it backfired. That was a good starter play by Andy Reid. The rollout by Alex Smith. San Diego all over it, gaining confidence and playing tight man-to-man coverage now instead of just sitting back fearing the pass game.
3rd and 10. Blitz. Open. Bow shakes a tackle and is out to the 37. San Diego brought almost everybody. That left Bow open for 22.
Well, they make a mistake. I don't know what it's a blitz coming from the outside. There is a free runner, but they don't space it well. And John Pagano is going crazy on the sideline. They run into each other. So blitzing, it's about timing the snap count, but maybe the most important thing is spacing the guys out. John Pagano, look at him, still yelling. I don't blame him.
On 1st down, Smith looking for other options. Now the man is open. Fasano grabs the low throw and takes it to the 48.
What a catch by Anthony Fasano. He also, Jim, had the block that just destroyed the defense on Jamaal Charles' touchdown. But a little move. Again, the quarterback gets out of the pocket. We saw Woodhead do it for San Diego. What a nice job of bending down, making the catch. And Alex Smith wants to speed the tempo up, looking at the sideline. Give me the play. Let's keep it going.
Gain of 16. And another 1st down with Charles. Collides with Marcus Gilchrist after 4.
That's what's frustrating. You block it absolutely perfect, and then the safety comes from nowhere and just makes a nice tackle for a short gain. Good job by Gilchrist. Tackling been an issue for this Chargers team. We just saw Dwayne Bowe catch a pass right at the 1st down marker, get extra yards because of a missed tackle.
It happened last week against Miami. It happened against Denver on the Broncos' 1st touchdown. Missed tackles. 2nd down to Avery, and he's looking for the flag, and he gets it. It's going to be the 2nd call against Wright of this game. He got flagged on the 1st snap of the game.
Pass interference, number 29, defense. Ball being placed at the spot of the foul. 1st down.
Well, they got to pick their spots as San Diego defense. It's another blitz, so you got coverage. Everybody man-to-man on the outside, and he grabs him, pulls him. Easy call. They got to pick their spots. San Diego's defense does. They're not good enough to blitz and just line up and say, we can cover you. So you try to catch the offense off guard. That time they didn't.
13 yards on the penalty. And another first down. Play action. Planting the feet, going down the field, and incomplete. Trying to find Avery again, and they get another flag on that San Diego defense.
Personal foul. That's what it's going to be, I think. Maybe not. They're all huddling down there. Couldn't see the personal foul. Just know there was a lot of high hits, or a lot of people ran together.
Wright tries to convince him to wave it off. Smith makes his appeal, and here comes Walt Coleman with the decision.
Pass interference. Defense. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
They never identified the culprit. Was it Wright again for the second straight play? 29.
Nice job. Avery fakes it inside.
Or Gilchrist, 38. Gilchrist.
Oh, they're going to call face guarding on Gilchrist. It happened so, like, the play, hand goes up. He never looks around to find a football. That's why they called it.
This one, a 28-yard gain by penalty. First and goal. Trying to regain the lead. Rolling out. Smith to the end zone and dropped by Charles.
Good call, good idea. It happened so fast. And why does it happen so fast? They're on the right hash. So there's just, the sideline becomes the friend of the defense, but tough catch there for Jamaal Charles. Oh, gets him up high. Didn't know how to adjust his hands. Beautiful throw by Alex Smith. One of the favorite plays for this Kansas City offense. Roll, hit the slot receiver, the back out of the backfield in the flat.
Second and goal. Smith back to the end zone to Fasano, and yet another flag. This one's going to be on Marshall.
Pass interference, number 31, defense. We place the ball at the 1 yard line. First down.
That is a pass interference call against San Diego. 3 of the last 4 plays.
80, Anthony Fasano. Marshall is on him. Well, there he goes. He's pulling the arm, the waist, everything. That is definitely a call.
Yeah, no question.
I'll guarantee you they'll run it this time, Jim.
Out of the eye, they got Charles, the deep back. He's already scored once. And Charles now twice. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Well, that's the old answering the bell, whatever you want to say. And what a job of this Kansas City offense, just coming back, being aggressive.
He hit helmets with Teo and then spun into the end zone for the second time today. And now Succop for the extra point with Colquitt on the hold. And it's good. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kansas City answers back with an 85-yard drive, aided by 3 pass interference penalties.
You're well connected to adventurers, creators, storytellers. Each connection is an opportunity to learn something new. And these lessons, these new experiences, teach you there's more out there, so you grab a hold of it. Fewer calories, fewer carbs, more to do. Michelob Ultra. Long live the Ultra Life.
AT&T is making holiday shopping easier. Now for a limited time, you can get half off the newest smartphones when you trade in your current smartphone. It's not complicated. Saving is better. Get it now for $99.99, only at AT&T.
Emily, you stuffed that bird way past what Andy Pilgrim would dare.
You've inspired a new 3-cheese stuffed crust. Could have stuffed to 2 cheeses, but we have no self-control. $12 for a large or any unstuffed for 10. Pizza Hut. Make it great.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Chase Freedom. Get your cash back. And by AT&T. Rethink possible.
Little barbecue here in Kansas City. We've devoured a little ourselves.
You more than most.
No,
but
you double dipped yesterday. Let's be honest. Lunch and dinner.
No, I didn't.
I stepped aside at dinner time.
I'll tell you what, though, when you come into this stadium, it is a smell that's so unique.
Yeah.
I gained 5 pounds just smelling the food coming in here. It is unbelievable.
You were so excited when we were pulling in here this morning before 9 o'clock, and all the smoke in the air.
The smoke is everywhere.
Man,
you're right.
The brisket was going. And
what a drive, though, by that Kansas City offense. And hey, they're coming out. Andy Reid, and I'll go back to this, what I said in the first half. I could hear it in his voice when we talked to him this week. His wasn't angry, but knowing this offense really has to get it rolling. Because we saw last year's playoffs, it was about the offenses and the plays in the passing game down the field.
Driving kick.
Way out.
Oh, and that will bring the ball out to the 40.
Man.
Free kick out of bounds. Ball be placed at the 40-yard line. First down.
Again, in the AFC West, Kansas City and Denver both 9-1, and they will meet again next week. We'll be here for that one. Then you got Oakland, which will play Tennessee later today out in Oakland, and San Diego both at 4-6. You say 4-6, look how far back they are at the top of that division, but they're really only one game back of the final wild card spot, the 6th seed in the AFC, which coming into the weekend belonged to the Jets at 5-5, and they're down 9 points right now at Baltimore. Here's Mathews for a couple. Gates so far in this game, Phil, has only 1 catch.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job. Double covered him when they can with 2 safeties. That's worked out well. And then the one short pass he caught. The tackling was right on him, but look at this. In and out and up near the line of scrimmage. That's how you double team a big-time wide receiver or a tight end in Antonio Gates' case.
He's had a big career against Kansas City with 13 touchdowns in his career. Of course, Allen's getting all the looks today with his 8 grabs. 2nd and 8. And there's Green. Ladarius Green cuts to the 30 and down to the 25 with a flag at the 50.
Are they going to call an illegal block? They had the tackle block the coverage guy, and then he went inside. It's an old play that everybody used against Buddy Ryan's defense. We ran it many times to Mark Bavaro and got away with it.
Now you tell me.
Well, I know. But you wait for the tackle or from the step in the backfield, the cover guy. This is interesting. They're just trying to decide, is it illegal?
Look at Rivers really trying to get the last word in, and Andy Reid doesn't like that he's in there.
Receiver downfield prior to the pass, number 66. Still 2nd down.
This will negate a 33-yard pass play to Green.
Here's what they do. It's Fisher. I mean, Eric Berry is up here. Here comes the block outside. He goes inside and goes up the field. That's what they call down the field. So the offensive lineman, Clary, down the field before the football was thrown. Now, you know what? You do get 1 yard to go down the field before the quarterback releases it. And then while the ball is in the air, you could cover another yard or 2, Jim. So, boy, that is cutting it close.
And we had our first chance to really look at Green today, who came off a 4-catch, 81-yard game last week at Miami, who gives us a lot of speed and size and a backup to Antonio Gates, and a promising talent he is for San Diego's future.
Boy, Mike McCoy wants to talk to the officials here and explain to them really what I just said. That's a tough call.
They moved it back 10 initially when it should have only been 5, so there was an adjustment. They actually had Reed over there getting some attention, and I think he's the one who pointed it out. So 2nd and 13. Over to Ronnie Brown, and he's tackled right away behind the line of scrimmage by Eric Berry.
And just go back to that play, Jim. What you do now as a defense, you got to be alert, because that is really a clever look. You knew what they were going to get defensively because of the way they lined up. That's why they blocked him. So you take the defensive back and move him off the line of scrimmage just a little bit so the tackle can't come down the field and block you.
Kendrick Lewis, you saw him on the sideline, the latest Kansas City defender getting some medical attention. Ron Parker is in for him on 3rd and 14. And there's Green again. And look at all the Chief helmets in on that play. Led by Marcus Cooper and Brandon Flowers. And Rivers comes over to help his teammate get up.
Yeah, he did that, but he's coming over. Oh, he bumped Andy Reid. He's
hey, having a little chat here with Andy Reid.
Oh, he's too much. But he's wanting to come over there to talk to the officials one more time and go over that. That'll be an interesting. I can't wait to call the league myself and see if that play would be deemed legal or illegal.
Cypress on 4th and 8 has to punt it. Return chance for McCluster. Ajira Tutu misses him. And a flag on the far side as Bird was the one who finally ended the return after a 36-yard punt.
I think it got a lot colder.
Got to put your gloves back on.
I need a hat.
You got the gloves, you got your scarf, you did get your hot chocolate at halftime with the marshmallows.
How about that? They brought it in.
Yeah.
I said they had it in the studio, and they brought it in. That was pretty nice.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 38 of the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
What did you make out of this? Andy turns his back to him.
I think he slapped him on the rear end. Is what he did. Oh, it's too much.
The Volkswagen Sign Then Drive sales event is back, which means it's never been easier to get a new Passat. Awarded J.D. Power's most appealing midsize car 2 years in a row. And right now, you can drive one home for practically just your signature. Get zero due at signing, zero down, zero deposit, and zero first month's payment on any new 2014 Volkswagen. Hurry, this offer ends December 2nd. For details, visit VWDealer.com today.
Football on 3. 1, 2, 3. Football. Down. Deuce, you're 7.5 yards deep. Drop step. You're going to reverse pivot. Take it deep to the tailback. I want you to take this fullback on. Come on. Pow. Whoop. Now that's Teddy Bruschi type stuff, man. That's tough. Don't give up any ground. Out, in, out. Sure. Out, in, out. So I want to make him think I'm going inside. You with me? Oh, Jiminy Christmas. I love it. That's football right there.
Mine was earned orbiting the moon in 1971.
Afghanistan in 2009.
On the USS Saratoga in 1982.
Once it's earned, USAA Auto Insurance is often handed down from generation to generation because it offers a superior level of protection and because USAA's commitment to serve current and former military members and their families is without equal. Begin your legacy. Get an auto insurance quote. USAA. We know what it means to serve.
CBS Tonight.
You knew this day was coming. It's here.
The final showdown with the serial killer Red John is here.
I'm gonna meet him.
They say that's how you die alone.
The game's over and I won. It's not a game. Now you want mercy.
A new Mentalist, CBS Tonight after The Good Wife.
Well, here's another look at Reed and Rivers, and watch Andy Reid box him out.
That's a big box, too.
Gives him a little bump here.
And Rivers going to flop and call a foul. Oh, I tell you. A lot of energy.
So the penalty on Special teams again sets Kansas City back inside the 20. They'll start at the 12 this time. Incomplete. And Sharice Wright says, "You're not throwing a flag on me this time." Talking about Andy Reid boxing out. He can also punt, pass, and kick. You know, I'm on with my buddies back in San Diego this week, Scott and BR. They said, please bring it back.
You can't get enough of that shot. It's the size of Andy. It's the poor little kid behind him.
I asked Andy about it yesterday. He says, that was not the guy I was competing against. That guy was 8 years old.
No.
I was 13.
Don't tell him that. I like it better the other way.
2nd and 10. Ball deflected and incomplete. Very nearly making a move on that was Johnny Patrick on the deflection.
Yeah, nice move. Catches the O-line a little, just wastes the last second and follows it in. Good job by Butler. I said it before. Timing blitzes and spacing it, that's how you get to the quarterback, and Butler waited till that little gap opened up and got there in a hurry.
Remember that last drive where they went 85 yards? They converted down here on a big 3rd and 10, which they face again. Smith's pass is intercepted. It's Gilchrist running it back inside the 20 and knocked out by Charles at the 16. Sharice Wright tipped it up into the air, and Gilchrist with his 2nd interception of the season, is once again it was Smith trying to go back to Donnie Avery.
Yeah, and he has him, and it's Alex Smith just flushes it, lets it go, but it's just a little high. He's got that little space where the gap, Avery's open, the ball goes a little high, and that's why it's tipped and intercepted. Good job by Gilchrist. You throw a pass anywhere in the middle of the field, it gets kicked up in the air as a quarterback. Start running, try to make the tackle.
So the game has a takeaway and is pulled off by the Chargers at the 16. To Green.
What a catch.
Who has the grab. I'll tell you, you look at this kid in practice and you look at him on film, he is impressive.
Watch him a little out and up. They again get caught with the switch, almost like a pick, but that's why you have those switch releases. What's that mean? You go take my angle, I take yours, make the defensive backs cross. Can't get there quick enough for Green.
2nd-year man out of Louisiana Lafayette. 1st and goal. Woodhead, the running back, who gets the handle and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Our 4th lead change.
When you look at Danny Woodhead, I said this to Ken Wisenhunt or maybe Mike McCoy yesterday, just talking about him. Does he ever make a bad cut? So wherever the running back has the lane, he finds it. It's uncanny. The guy just has the ability and the instincts to be a running back. He did it in college, and when he gets an opportunity in the pros, he gets it done too.
Novak puts the Chargers up 3. I said 4 lead changes for the game. We've had 3 in this quarter alone. Set up by the interception by Gilchrist. Woodhead has scored once by the pass, this time on the ground.
Oh, Smaug, the stupendous. You really were as great as the old tales say. You have no equal on this earth.
The darkness is coming.
You can't give up now!
The Desolation of Smaug. In theaters December 13th. Experience it in IMAX 3D.
Introducing the Kelley Blue Book Price Advisor, the powerful new tool that shows you what you should pay. It gives you a fair purchase price that's based on what others recently paid for the same new car and Kelley Blue Book's trusted pricing expertise. KBB.com.
Let's have a conference call over the weekend.
Great idea.
Yeah, you're probably going to need to be home between 10 and 6.
Gonna need to keep it in the shop till Monday.
Hey.
Let's decorate. No, let's dominate. Let's throw Christmas a curveball. Let's do fresh and wow, and never seen that before. Let's do 100 count, make it 1,000. Let's get the season going. Let's add this and keep this so we can have more of this. Tradition? We just made some new ones. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Your choice of these pre-lit Wesley Christmas trees, just $129.
Don't miss Criminal Minds, Wednesday, only CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. And by Kelley Blue Book. Everything you need to make a smart new car decision is at KBB.com.
Back here in Kansas City, where the Chiefs are undefeated at home this year, and this is the most points anyone has scored on them at Arrowhead. In fact, Denver had 27 against them last week. That's the first team to score more than 17 points against the Chiefs, and now we got a second team in San Diego. Demps, his last return is nullified by a penalty, and he's going to get another good run back this time. Out to the 36. Well, this week, don't miss the show in a league all of its own. Talking about Phil and JB, Chris Collinsworth. The show the pros watch. That's Wednesday on Showtime. Looking forward to the warm, toasty confines of a studio. After day, all this cold in Kansas City. Here's a running play with Charles breaking tackles. That looked like it could have been a loss. Got away from Eric Weddle and others and picks up 14.
You said it right. They make him cut back, and the backside safety, that's who has to make the tackle, and Eric Weddle misses it, and he picks up extra yards because of that. When you see a safety that close to the line of scrimmage, that means they're playing run, guessing that it's first down. Kansas City's going to run the football, but also putting pressure on their two corners to go ahead and cover these wide receivers on the outside.
Spread formation. Charles at the bottom of the screen. And Avery unable to hold on, and it almost led to a second pick by Gilchrist, who has already made up for that one face guarding call with the interception that set up the touchdown a moment ago.
Inside receiver, maybe just a hair too hard that time by Alex Smith. Gets on the receiver very close to him so quick he can't make the adjustment to make the catch.
5 straight incompletions for Alex Smith plus an interception. Richard Marshall out there in the secondary for the Chargers. And that's a 5-yard pickup by McCluster.
Yeah, Richard Marshall has come in and taken the place of Derek Cox. Not sure if he's got a little injury beat up or just switching it up. Now, they've done that in the past. A few weeks ago in Washington, they took Derek Cox out for a little bit. He's played much better since that, but Richard Marshall, who is the nickelback, in other words, covers the slot receiver on third down, now playing corner.
Go right, wide 80. Nice shot.
3rd and 5. Open. It's Jenkins to the 23. Second-year man out of Illinois who they traded for from San Francisco. Was a first-round pick a year ago by the Niners.
Couple things. They're going down the sideline, but this route coming across, it gets them, confuses them once again. Look at that log jam and who's got who. And Sharice Wright, number 29, falls down, covering Jenkins coming across the field.
First and 10 run, and Charles with a quick 5. With NFL Mobile, you can get live video access to exclusive premium content on your smartphone. Call ** NFL to download or go to NFL.com/mobile.
Now Sharice Wright, let me say it again. He fell, or he got knocked down. There was about 4 people that ran into him. That's why you run those formations, to make it tough for defensive backs. That has been the #1 play today for both teams.
Second and 5. Smith open, caught McCluster with a flag out. 2 of them.
Yeah, it's going to be holding big time. Johnny Patrick, number 26. I didn't think he was even going to be in today's game.
He was coming back from a concussion.
Holding, number 26, defense. The penalty's declined. Play results in a first down.
I do like these plays when they run them. The quarterback fakes and goes the other way. Look at that inside look by McCluster. That's what does it. When a receiver looks back at the quarterback, defensive backs are trained to look also. Then he breaks back outside, hard to adjust.
Pass play goes for 14, first and goal. Smith got his man, Fasano, and a touchdown. And Kansas City is back ahead.
Boy, I'll tell you, this offense, they like being under the pressure, don't they?
That's twice now. They've gone 85 and now 88 yards on these last 2 possessions, and a 4th lead change of the quarter.
Fake the sweep. Tight end goes in the flat. You saw Jamaal Charles coming underneath. A favorite play. Bill Walsh created this whole concept years ago in the late 70s with the San Francisco 49ers, still being run today.
Good job by Colquitt to get it down. What a quarter. What a quarter. 4 lead changes in 10 minutes.
Sales are at an all-time low, but kissing is at an all-time high. I want answers.
Oh, right. K. It's true. Every kiss does begin with K, where you can save 25% on any Bulova watch. Bulova, designed to be noticed. At K, the #1 jewelry store in America.
Oh, right.
Every kiss begins with K.
She loves a lot of the same things you do. It's what you love about her. But your erectile dysfunction? That could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medications and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or if you have any allergic reactions such as rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a 30-tablet free trial.
They've lost a partner and a friend.
You know what Josh sacrificed to bring this man down?
Everything. CBS Tuesday. It's payback time.
The guy who's coming after me, your men won't be able to stop him.
I'm not gonna threaten to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
Person of Interest, new episode, CBS Tuesday.
Defensive coordinator John Pagano, brother of Indianapolis head coach Chuck Pagano, imploring his defense.
Kind of a little bit of everything. You're right. Begging them yelling at them, and then at the last second, come on, let's go, get it together. One thing, coaches, you could understand, Jim, what they hate, blown assignments. When you go over all week, you got this, you do this. When you make those mistakes in a game, that's big.
Woodhead will score twice in this game. Again, gets it out to about the 28. All the emotions of Phillip Rivers. Just loves to play ball. And remember this one, famously in 07, exchanging a few words, shouting with Jay Cutler, who was then with Denver. And then 2011, getting engaged in a shouting affair after a play against the Lions, earlier this year against Tennessee. And this one will definitely make the rounds. Yes.
That's right, son of a coach, but you can see he likes the little by play, and it works. It's never bothered me in any of those situations.
He's got Eddie Royal again. Royal's got a big gain to the Kansas City side over at the 48, another 24.
Man,
where did the defenses go?
Derek Johnson comes on the blitz, gets in there, but look, what is it, Jim? Oh, another crosser, this time by Eddie Royal. Easy for me to say, but you got to get inside these receivers and stop the crossing routes. When you're going to blitz, San Diego's expecting it. They're calling these routes going across the field.
And there's Allen. And that was a tackle that had to be made from the Kansas City standpoint by Dimps. It's a 20-yard gain.
Boy, token fake inside and a slip outside by Smith. And Allen said it earlier, one dynamic looking wide receiver when he catches that football.
His first catch of the second half is 9th of the game. Rivers just has him marching up and down the field since late second quarter. He's thrown for 117 in this quarter alone. First down. That's Ronnie Brown for 13. Now you may be saying, where is Ryan Mathews? They just report up to us from the San Diego sideline. Mathews hamstring questionable.
Well, a good job of blocking inside. I'm going to give him a lot of credit, but you talk about Tyson Jackson, Dontari Poe, the two inside defensive linemen for the Kansas City Chiefs. They play a lot of plays. This is when you get tired because you've been on the field quite a bit.
And again, Holly and Houston are out for Kansas City, have not returned after first half injuries. 1st and 10, and Ronnie Brown with another 5. Ronnie Brown in his 9th year out of Auburn and formerly the 2nd overall pick in the draft down Miami way. That's the end of the third. 28-24 Chiefs. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Whitey Bulger was public enemy #1 and on the run for 16 years. So how did the FBI find him? Find out yourself, only on 60 Minutes, tonight.
Johnny Lee Miller and Lucy Liu star in Elementary, CBS Thursday.
The beautifully practical and practically beautiful Cadillac SRX. Get the best offers of the season now. Lease this 2014 SRX for around $369 a month with premium care maintenance included.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Fellas, finally, you made it.
But what if one of your crew is Questlove?
Then we brought more Miller Lite. Cool.
What do you got, somebody here?
What do you got?
Are you kidding me?
Brown to Miller Lite from the ladies in the corner. Hey, boys.
You guys want to hit this house party? It's in Thailand.
Yes.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Ready for the fourth quarter. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms in Kansas City with the Chargers moving the football again at the 11-yard line of the Chiefs. San Diego has not allowed a sack today, has not given up the football. No turnovers.
Well, we're seeing a trend. Kansas City defense cannot get the quarterback to the ground. In fact, they're not even pressuring Phillip Rivers anymore. Early they did, but since about the start of the second quarter, he has plenty of time to throw the football.
2nd and 5. There's Ronnie Brown. Cuts his losses and takes it for 1. That's tackled by Zombo. You saw a cutaway before the snap of Justin Houston on the sideline, out with an elbow. Ali has not come back out to the sideline after being carted off in the first half. They're 2 pressure specialists. Call it 3rd and 5. Just outside the 10. Rivers flips it to Royal. And he's got a first down. Hold on, I see a yellow marker. Well, maybe not. No flag, no flag.
Good job by Phillip Rivers again, coming across the formation. They were in a safe defense. Kansas City still cannot get up in time to make the tackle.
So they've got a 1st and goal to go. Late substitution on that defense. Cooper.
Got Kyle Love in there, just picked up this week. Now playing right across the center.
Former Patriot defensive lineman, 99. Rivers got time. Has Woodhead for about 2. That's Zombo again. Zombo was the one who came in for Ali.
You kind of said it till you go. Phillip Rivers has time, and there is nobody around him. So watch Phillip Rivers as he plays the position. Looks left, he looks left, gives it time, nobody there, and nobody even close to him. This offensive line for the Chargers, what a job by them today.
Rivers has hit his last 8 throws. Second and goal. Back to the end zone and too high for Eddie Royal with Flowers right there with him.
Discovered by Brandon Flowers.
Holding, number 63. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Number 63, that's Troutman. Terry Poe had his helmet pulled off. I don't know, right here on the left side. They did pull him down. That's a good call.
So instead of 3rd and goal at the 3, it'll be 2nd and goal from the 13.
Always look to where they stack the receivers. That's to Phillip Rivers' left.
He's looking left. He's looking for Gates, who makes the catch out of bounds. Boy, did Gates make a turnaround adjustment just to even catch that ball.
Yeah, it just doesn't go clean. They got him stacked in behind Eddie Royal, and Phillip Rivers being safe and smart does get behind Brandon Flowers. Nice little double move that time by Antonio Gates. I know this. I wouldn't blitz this formation when they're all together on Phillip Rivers' left side.
He's got Allen, Royal, and Green over there. Works the middle and almost intercepted. Quentin Demps jumped right in front of that route. Should have had the pick. Cut in front of Ladarius Green.
Number 89, right side of your screen. Well, what a job by Demps. Well, you know you got some good defensive backs. Reads it all the way, beating the tight end across. On one of your backup safeties is Quentin Demps. And he is saying never let the defensive back cut in front of you when you're coming across the field, and he's right.
30-yard field goal attempt by Novak is good to cut it to 1. Demps steps in front. Chiefs hold him to a field goal. Lead by 1.
Build anything with the new Toyota Tundra. Toyota, let's go places.
This is so great, date night. And this is such a good movie, too. The end, when it's revealed the grandmother did it, it's like, hello. Wow, hey, was that Jordan? Whoa, that's cool.
Now all Hanes underwear is tagless. Go tagless.
What if a small company became big business overnight? Like really big, then expanded. Or their new product tanked. Or not. What if they embrace new technology instead? Imagine a company's future with the future of trading. Company Profile, a research tool on Thinkorswim from TD Ameritrade.
We make an AFC South showdown as Andre Johnson and the Texans take on the Jaguars. Thursday Night Football returns in 2 weeks, live on NFL Network.
You are watching the NFL on CBS.
Well, we've got a high-scoring affair here in Kansas City between two franchises that each played their first game ever back in 1960 against one another. Back in September of 1960, they met on that first weekend of the AFL. Of course, the Chiefs were down in Dallas in those days as the Dallas Texans. And coming into this one, regular season, 52-1. And now we got a 1-point game. All these 105 additions, 106, they separated by a point. There's Demps, who almost had the interception. He's had some good returns in this half. Out to the 36. It's the 34-yard run back. Yeah, that first game, and I mentioned they were in Dallas. Well, the Chargers were in LA. That first ever program for a quarter. And that's Jack Kemp at quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers.
How about that? He can throw that football too, Jack Kemp.
Coached by Sid Gilliam, taking on the Dallas Texans, who were quarterbacked by Cotton Davidson, coached by the great Hank Stram.
Man, good names there.
I got the honor of sharing the booth with Hank for 3 years.
Not only that, I love that football with the big white stripe on it. It just looks, man, it just flies through the air great.
There's Darryl Stuckey, who is shaken up on that kick coverage.
Yeah, he makes the tackle. But Demps. Big hit. Demps runs hard and then boom. Falls in the back of his head. So that, even though the grass looks pretty out there, it's still rock hard.
We were here at 9 o'clock this morning. They took a tarp off and it was frozen. The field was absolutely, you could skate on it. Just about. 1st and 10. That's Charles for 10. See a run like that, and you know why he averages 5.5 a carry for his career.
Yeah, there was some intentions there, and they were fast, straight ahead, and good blocking. Once again, we thought the offensive lines for both teams were going to be a major problem, and they've turned out to be a major plus.
Kill.
Smith was sacked twice earlier in this game. First 2 possessions, but not again. Rivers has not been sacked at all as they go back to Charles. He's got a lane. Charles cuts outside. Look out. 20. 10. And tackled at the 8. I got to tell you, I cannot believe that Corey Legit was hanging with him. And we've got Sharice Wright injured.
Manti Te'o unblocked in the backfield. Watch number 50 gets around, and whoa, what a cut by Jamaal Charles. And then stay outside. He cuts back in. He might have scored if he stayed outside. 94, what hustle by Legit.
Got a player down, and we'll step aside for just a moment.
Again? Every time I go down to get Bud Light, we score. I cracked the code. I should stay down there. But I don't want to stay down there. It's scary. But this is 3 times now. This is for the win.
Bud Light, for the fans who do whatever it takes.
Build anything with the new Toyota Tundra. Toyota, let's go places.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Toyota Care. Scheduled maintenance, no cost. Jared, the Gallery of Jewelry, with 5 times the selection of ordinary jewelry stores. And by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Coming out of an injury timeout, Sharice Wright, his teammate, Corey Legit, fell on him as they tried to finally bring down Jamaal Charles. The longest run of the season for Charles and the Chiefs. 46 yards. Wright hobbles to the sideline. Charles is over 100. It's his best rushing performance of the season. A 1st and goal. And it's Charles.
Another good run by Jamaal Charles. He is sharp today, cutting, making decisions, and I would think that's so much about a running back. It's all instincts because it happens so fast. What can they see? But he's making the right moves, making the cuts, and the biggest thing is, Jim, I've noticed that today he looks quicker to me than he did a few weeks ago. We did that Houston Texans game. Looks fast, looks quick, and is showing it on the field, getting it done.
Been all Charles on this drive up to this point, but he steps aside for Niles Davis. They fake to him, and they throw it to Fasano behind the line of scrimmage, and drop for a loss by Manti Te'o and company.
Yeah, inside screen. I saw him working on this in practice on Friday. This is pretty tight inside, so you can't get the defense to retreat very far if you're on the 5-yard line. So, but really, when you run those inside screens, you're hoping that a lineman will pick off the pass coverage linebacker or safety it didn't get done. Good job by Manti Te'o.
It's been a quiet day for Dwayne Bowe so far. 2 catches. He's on the near side, 3rd and goal. And Smith throws it away as he had pressure.
Smith's pass incomplete.
Good job by Walker getting the pressure, but it's the same play, Jim, they scored with. A little different look. Here it comes in the flat. Different formation covered. And you can see Jamaal Charles on the backside. He's covered too. And Alex Smith has to throw it away.
And they bring out Ryan Succop. His first field goal attempt of the day is just 25 yards. And the kick is good. The margin's back to 4. 9.5 to go. And it's Kansas City 31-27.
Hey, Wayne, quick question.
Did you try restarting it?
No, not that. I was thinking about getting a tablet as a gift.
Verizon has tablets.
They got a lot of them?
Accessing brain information? Yes, they have a lot to choose from.
Did you really just...
And now you can get $100 off any tablet.
Thanks, Wayne.
Save like never before on any tablet at Verizon now. Get $100 off any tablet. Plus, trade in your old tablet for up to $150 or more. That's powerful. Verizon.
Can you move your beverage away from the keyboard? It's making me anxious.
Sure thing.
The Intel-powered 2-in-1. The new guy got it for spilling coffee on his old computer. A tablet and laptop in one? You've been asking for a new computer for years. Are you going to watch things happen or make things happen? That should do it. A laptop when you need it, a tablet when you want it.
Welcome to the Camry Thrill Ride.
I had no idea we were capable of doing something like that.
I'm shaking right now. For a limited time, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2014 Camry SE. There are plenty in stock. Drive one home today.
Toyota Camry. Let's go places.
This episode's all rhyming, as well as all new. If you don't believe us,
every word is true.
A show like no other. How I Met Your Mother. Then, you won't believe what the girls are cooking up in pastry school.
Why are you wearing that? I didn't think your chest could get any sadder.
New Two Broke Girls after How I Met Your Mother. It all starts Monday, 8/7 Central.
The third quarter here featured a pair of touchdowns for each side. And now in the fourth quarter, each team with a field goal. As Stuckey goes in to the Charger locker room, shaken up. Short while back on the kick coverage. Now the kick return team for San Diego. Woodhead. Still going. That's a good run back. Give him 37 yards on the return. We're heading to Dallas for the Thanksgiving tradition. Football down in Dallas. The Raiders and the Cowboys at 4:30 Eastern time. Special holiday edition of the NFL today will precede our game coverage. Partner, I look forward to carving a little turkey with you.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm pretty excited about Selena Gomez at halftime, and it's going to be warm in Dallas.
Warmer,
yes.
Warmer. It's not supposed
right.
to be a heat wave. It's supposed to be in maybe in the 50s.
Well, it is a dome.
Supposed to be sleek there tomorrow. 1st and 10 as Brown gets stuffed.
Inside today, give this Chiefs defense the one place that's been pretty tough and strong is Dontari Poe, Tyson Jackson. They have done a very good job stopping the run. There's another good example on that play. The big question is, 2 outside pass rushers out, no pressure on the quarterback. That's why the Chiefs have given up 27 points.
Rivers time in the pocket. And there is Gates with his 700th career reception. Only the 4th tight end in history to ever reach that mark. It's a gain of 7. Now they've got a 3rd and short. Wisenhunt ready to send in the proper play here with the spread formation. Is it the right call? Yes, it is. It's Green in stride. There he goes. Ladarius Green to the end zone for a touchdown. 60 yards. And the Chargers are now on top.
Well designed. Protection first, but Phillip Rivers finds Green. They double cover Gates. Watch when he breaks out. 2 people go with him. And across the middle, Brandon Flowers cannot get there. And Jim, you've been talking about it all day. Get it to him. They were hoping to. They could today. And how about that speed once they caught the football?
First touchdown of the season, 60 yards to Green, whose confidence is definitely on the rise. Extra point is good. His career-long catch. New weapon for Phillip Rivers. You see why. San Diego, 34-31.
You know, with new FedEx One rate, you can fill that box and pay one flat rate.
How naughty was he? Oh, boy.
FedEx One Rate. Simple flat rate shipping with the reliability of FedEx.
Welcome to the Camry Thrill Ride.
I had no idea we were capable of doing something like that.
I'm shaking right now. For a limited time, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2014 Camry SE. There are plenty in stock. Drive one home today.
Toyota Camry. Let's go places.
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry here. See this larger-than-life diamond? It's there because I'm a larger-than-life jewelry store. Dan here needs a Julie. Please spend the rest of your life with me ring. Well, my selection is truly unique, including up to 10,000 loose diamonds, the Tolkowski Ideal Cut, and Leo Artisan. My expert staff guided Dan to the perfect ring, which he then delivered with all of his heart.
Yes.
And that's why he went to Jared.
Don't miss the Crazy Ones Thanksgiving Day Marathon beginning Thursday at 8:30, 7:30 Central.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Sonos, the wireless hi-fi system. And by Subway. Try the new Subway Sriracha Steak Melt today. Subway, be bold, eat fresh.
You know, there have been a lot of high-scoring games in the NFL this year. We had, of course, the biggest one of all, the 51-48 Denver-Dallas shootout. But of all these high-scoring games, this is the only one this year in the entire league where there have been 6 lead changes.
Man. Look, we have been talking about this game since Thursday night. We were all together. And I don't think the scenario that it was going to be 34-31 ever was mentioned by anybody. Of course not. Why would you think that?
I'd like to welcome the audiences who watched Baltimore beat the Jets and Jacksonville top Houston. That's Demps on the return for Kansas City. And again, he has him across the 35, and he's tackled by Novak, the kicker. Just joining us, San Diego took the lead on this 60-yard strike from Rivers.
Here's what happens. We got a change in releases. This gets them. Two guys cover Antonio Gates. He comes inside, so 2 got him, and what a quick move by Ladarius Green there and gets inside, and look at the speed, Jim. Once again, we heard it all from the coaches, and Dontari Poe he does nick the football just a little bit, but doesn't throw it off course. But Green catching it. They said he may be the fastest guy in the team with the football in his hands, and I think I agree.
False start, number 79. Offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And for those of you just joining us, San Diego comes in on a 3-game losing streak at 4-6, and starting today, 1 game out of that 6th spot in the AFC playoff picture. Look at all those teams so stacked up in the hunt. And now the Jets fall to 5-6 with the loss, and Baltimore moves up to 5-6. Kansas City at 9-1. And of course, Denver in their division 9-1, having given the Chiefs their first setback of the season last Sunday night. 1st and 15. That's Bo. His 3rd catch of the game. He's good for 9. So Kansas City comes in, and as a group, as a coaching staff, as this assembled team with 33 new players on the roster, they deal with coming off a loss for the first time under Andy Reid. They, of course, also have that weird kind of scenario of not only playing Denver last week, but seeing them again next week. 2nd and 6. That's Charles. Man, does he do a good job of avoiding the first tackle, but a flag is out at the line of scrimmage.
Holding, number 61. Offense, 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
And that's the center, Rodney Hudson. Would have been a first down for Charles.
A couple times we've seen that play, and both times Jamaal Charles just skates along the line of scrimmage sideways, and then finally gets a chance, darts it up inside, and gets yards.
Charles, by the way, if you're just joining us, 115 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. Sharice Wright, who was shaken up on the Chiefs' last drive that led to a field goal, is back out there. San Diego secondary. There's a pass in the area of Charles.
They had it. He's out there. Everybody running down the field. Alex Smith it just doesn't happen the way they want. He's inside. Is Alex Smith under pressure? Sometimes on screen plays. Oh, he double crosses him. That's what. Look at all this space.
Oof. With his speed, that space.
Yep, Alex Smith, you can't read their mind. He's going in front and stops and goes behind, and that's why the throw was off target.
There's John Pagano, the defensive coordinator for San Diego, his team, trying to take a stand here on 3rd and 16.
Yeah, they're going to play way back and play safe.
Underneath they'll go. And nothing but Chargers over there to bring him down, and Pagano loves that action by his squad.
I've seen their coaches more emotional today than all the games I've watched on TV of the Chargers. Mike McCoy, John Pagano being emotional. Maybe he's excited about the game yesterday. His son Jagger out in San Diego won a 12-year-old championship game.
They'll get to travel off of that.
Yeah, there you go.
Get to go to Florida. So
playing the championships down in there for Pee Wee football.
Here's Colquitt. Something we haven't seen a whole lot of here in the second half. A punt as Allen takes it over the shoulder and then is dragged down at the 21. Punt went 48 yards in the air, and Phillip Rivers bounces back out. He's already over 300 for the game. Danny Woodhead right before the half made it 14-10 Kansas City as he scored with 16 seconds to go. Charles scoring twice in this game has also broken his longest run of the season for 46 yards. And this is a big story. Holly and Houston, the 2 outside linebackers, have been out since the first half with injuries. Holly's looked even more serious than Houston's, but they both have not returned. And now with the lead in the football with 5:41 to go.
And you're right, that is the big story because no pressure on the quarterback.
Both teams have all of their timeouts. There's Ronnie Brown. Is tackled by Allen Bailey. And again, Ryan Mathews was also hurt on the San Diego side with a hamstring and has not returned here in the late going. Now, Phil, we're showing those playoff scenarios, and I mentioned San Diego's 4-6. How desperate is the situation for the Chargers today to win this game?
Well, it's desperate because of who they have to play after this game. You think 9-7 losses is the most. I think you're going to run the table and win 5 in a row. Tough. But they've been in this situation so many times, Jim. That's why it's desperate. Sooner or later, you got to learn to close the games out.
And Ronnie Brown again gets the carry, and Derek Johnson's there to plug the middle after 3. Well, one thing about it, after this tough assignment coming into Arrowhead, renowned as the loudest building in the league, they go home for 4 of their last 5. Their one road trip is at Denver.
At Denver, you got the Giants. The Bengals are tough. They got a defense. So, look, there's no easy road in the NFL. But when you cut it down to where you can only maybe lose 1 game, that's when it's really tough.
Third and 6. Timeout.
Good timeout by Phillip Rivers. Confusion. A different defensive front that time by the Kansas City Chiefs. That's why there was confusion. And Mike McCoy wanted the timeout on the sideline.
Yeah, he was in a full sprint to the line of scrimmage, staying on that sideline.
They've been lining up with 4 defensive linemen. Now you just have the 3 defensive linemen look. So it is tough. And let's don't forget, who's got to block who? There's Mike McCoy running down the sideline. But, Jim, we've talked about it, the switching of the offensive line. And it's important in situations like this that we have the assignments down.
He was an old quarterback himself at Utah, Alex Smith's alma mater. And was once on the practice squad at Green Bay when Andy Reid was a coach on the staff there. 3rd and 6. Kansas City trying to get San Diego off the field. The blitz, the throw, over the head of Antonio Gates.
That was really a clever defense that time. It looked like they were going to blitz from his left. Here comes the blitzers, but no, it comes from the other side. They see it. Danny Woodhead, how about that job by him? But Phillip Rivers rushed a little bit, and Lewis all over the coverage.
McCluster, in his first NFL game ever, ran a punt back against San Diego for a touchdown. Nearly broke one earlier in this one. Up the middle he goes, and here goes McCluster. And he tried to hurdle through a little congestion. Had he got past that wave, who knows? But it was Bird who ends the run back after 18 yards. And again, Oakland and Dallas just 4 days away. Little annual football down in Dallas with our special edition of the NFL Today at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Raiders, Cowboys. Selena Gomez performing at halftime.
Kansas City, good job so far in the second half. They have all the 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning, and 3:51 to go. So you don't have to approach this like this is your last drive of the game.
Here's Alex Smith to McCluster. And right between 2 defenders, he's got the completion to the San Diego side of the field at the 47.
Their offensive line, too, has done a good job today. Kansas City shuffled around. Alex Smith has been daring today, too, with the football. Very aggressive. You give him a chance, he sees it, he's going to throw it down the field.
He's going to throw again here on 2nd short. Nice man, it's Avery. Avery, who caught the game's first touchdown, has it for the first at the 35.
I love it. Stack the receivers. Look how free he gets to run down the field. Nobody in front of him.
AFC West, Denver and Kansas City both 9-1. Raiders and Chargers at 4-6, still in it. Raiders host Tennessee this afternoon. First down. And incomplete. What a hit by Teo. Manti Teo knocks it loose from a cluster.
Yeah, he does. Good time. Alex Smith had to get rid of the football on the outside. Said this game name a lot. Walker has been making tackles and been getting to the quarterback. Manti Teo sized him up. Good tackle, too. Good form. But you're Kansas City. If you get one more first down, you got to play the clock and trying to score. You got to massage it to make sure if you think you're in field goal range, don't give Phillip Rivers time to drive down the field and win the game.
2nd and 10. Screen. Charles. Blocker in front. First down. And ball's out at the end. And there is a Kansas City player there. Fasano.
I think he's down, though, Jim. He hit the ground. That's when the football... They've been running screens all day to no avail. And finally, they get the right one called. Hudson down the field with the block. And the ground did cause the fumble because contact took him to the ground.
Wouldn't have mattered. They had the recovery anyway. We reached a 2-minute warning at Arrowhead. Hold on. No, we don't. Stop the clock. Now they go ahead and run it down. Just a moment there. Now they let it run down to the 2-minute warning at Arrowhead.
Things are heating up at Subway with the new Sriracha Steak Melt and new Sriracha Chicken Melt.
Yes, Sriracha.
It's our boldest flavor yet, made with spicy chili peppers.
Want to weigh in here, Apollo? That sounds good.
These fiery footlongs are topped with our own signature Sriracha sauce and pepper jack cheese for even more fired up flavor.
Let's flip it over to Nastia.
This Texas girl likes a little extra kick in her sub.
Fiery footlongs, heat for any appetite.
I'm all fired up about them. Pow!
Subway, be bold, eat fresh.
Our mortgage payment is too high. I think we should challenge.
You got it. We will now go to the official mortgage review from Quicken Loans. Upon official mortgage review, Quicken Loans can save them over $200 per month.
That's good! Now that's a lot of savings. Boomski! Challenge us to save you money with the official mortgage review from Quicken Loans.
Both Maxwell and Ted have hail damage to their cars. Ted is trying to get a hold of his insurance agent. Maxwell is not. He's on Geico.com setting up an appointment with an adjuster. Ted is now on hold with his insurance company. Maxwell is not and just confirmed a 5:30 time for Tuesday. Ted is still waiting.
Yes.
Maxwell is out and about with Ted's now ex-girlfriend.
Later, Ted!
Online claims appointments just a click away on Geico.com.
They became more than partners. But what is the price?
Kent! Take the shot. Send it.
For crossing the line?
I'm just trying to make this work.
It's not going to work.
Is your team mission ready?
Eddie, I can make this right.
That's a large task.
A new NCIS LA, CBS Tuesday.
Coming up, the Subway postgame show. All the scores and highlights coming up from the studio in New York. Let's go over this one more time about the strategy the rest of the way.
Oh, you mean what I just said? Say
exactly.
It again.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll say it again. Well, you know, always when you're in a position like this, that the opportunity presents itself on the offensive side, of course you go for the touchdown and get it done here. But if you're running the football, if you catch it in bounds, use as much clock as you can up before you call the next play to limit the chances for Phillip Rivers once he gets back on the field. 3 timeouts for Kansas City, 2 for San Diego.
We're going to go to the spread and the shotgun on this first down snap. Open, McCluster at the 10.
What a job staying in bounds by Dexter McCluster.
Sharice Wright, one of those in on the tackle. Gain of 11.
Kansas City, San Diego does not call the timeout. It's first down. You still got that 3-point lead.
Andy Reid just called timeout. I don't think you liked that one, did you?
No, I'd let more time. There's no rush. Let the play clock make it your friend. You still had 2 timeouts. You're on the 5-yard line. Look, Phillip Rivers is moving the football at will today for the San Diego Chargers. Do not give him a chance.
I want to welcome the audience that watched Pittsburgh beat Cleveland today, 27-11. Jim Nantz, Phil Simms, the most exciting game perhaps of all here so far today. 34-31, Chargers lead it, but the Chiefs will have first and goal to go from the 5 with 1:28 to go in the game. Here you see the Chargers over 400 yards total offense.
Yep.
Chargers in a fight here to try to keep some hope around this team at 4-6 on the year. Kansas City trying to bounce back after its first loss of the season last week against Denver.
Well, John Pagano's a very aggressive defensive coach. He likes the blitz, and he does it on first and second down. You play these plays big time aggressive. You get up in there, and they're going to try to cover them tight on the outside.
Charles shifts back behind Smith. And on first and goal, end zone, and touchdown, Kansas City. Dwayne Bowe.
What a throw and catch.
Phillip Rivers will have his turn, though, and time, and 2 timeouts.
That's a good point. Coming across, watching him. A little switch release again. Then to move inside. Oh, he throws it back, shouldered, and he catches it with one hand and arm. That was some throw by Alex Smith. Alex Smith got a little pepper on the football today. He didn't put those gloves on him for good reason. Really controlled it extremely well all day long.
Again, a San Diego area kid growing up. Grew up a Charger fan, 281 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Succop's extra point is good. Yeah, Smith did quite a job, but so too did Dwayne Bowe as he out-battled Marcus Gilchrist for positioning in the end zone.
That's what he did, and he saw him all the way and tight, throws it to the back shoulder. And Dwayne Bowe puts that right arm or right hand on Gilchrist. Wow, that's awesome. That's what this league has turned into this. Can your receivers make the contested catches? And that's what it's turned into. And that time, Dwayne Bowe, he made the contested catch. We see it every week, Jim, right? You got to go up in there and fight for the ball 3 or 4 times when your offense is out there, and you got to make those plays. And Kansas City did it today so far. And Dwayne Bowe's the guy you want to do it too, because that's his specialty. He's big, strong, can rip that football out of the air. Give him a chance.
Number 82 with 82 seconds to go.
There you go.
Kansas City ahead, and that is our 7th lead change of the game.
Well, when you're aggressive, throwing the football early in the game, it's much easier to do when you need it. That's what the Chiefs have done all day long. They have been calling the plays and getting after it.
This will be run back by Woodhead. Across the 10 to the 20. And Mack there. Ekes out 2 more yards, 22-yard Anthony Sherman.
He's all over the place in special teams.
He is. Subway postgame show comes up after this one. JB and all the crew with all the recaps. Some of the stories from the late window, what's happening early in that one. Most in the NFL this season as far as lead changes in this game today. So 2 timeouts. Need to travel 78 yards for the victory. Rivers on first down. Almost, and is it intercepted? No, incomplete. Boy, Lewis and Johnson both had a play on it. It was off the fingertips first of Antonio Gates.
Oh my gosh, Kendrick Lewis kicks it up. That time they finally changed up. They switched. Moses and Bailey switched places on the pass rush, and it made Phillip Rivers move up very fast, and that throw was just a little bit off target.
Rivers has not been sacked today once. Third straight game, Kansas City without a sack. 2nd and 10. And on the run, his receiver fell. Vincent Brown, who has been held without a catch.
I don't know why, when you have these conditions, the sidelines are usually the most treacherous. Top of your screen. Oh, he gets his feet. He gets them out in front of his body. That's why Vincent Brown slid and fell down that time. Got to keep your feet underneath your shoulders when you're trying to make cuts on a frozen field in spots.
Keenan Allen was a big story in this first half, number 13 for the Chargers with 8 catches, only 1 in this half. Might be looking for him here. 3rd and 10, and it's Gates. First down.
Good blitz that time.
Timeout called by the Chargers.
Phillip Rivers stood in there. That was Eric Berry. Eric Berry on the blitz. Top of your screen coming all the way around. Boy, I'll tell you what, that's what you do. When you can't get pressure on the outside, let your smaller defensive backs use their speed. Smith, you know, they do a good job. Smith staying to the outside of Gates because he's split or tighter than usual. And that leverage let Gates be wide open.
So now San Diego with 1 timeout in 57 seconds. And a new set of downs. Open is Woodhead. Shakes past the defender and steps out of bounds. He was able to wiggle past Sean Smith and take it onto the Kansas City side of the turf. A gain of 19.
Yeah, you said it right. That's some wiggle he's got. And no hesitation. Feels the pressure. Gets rid of it. Sean Smith, no chance to bring Woodhead down in the open field.
50 seconds to go. From the Kansas City 47, back to Woodhead. And again, he's out of bounds to stop the clock, and he's got a big gain. Another 14 this time, ball at the 33.
They're so worried about the crossing routes, which have been beating them all day long. So Phillip Rivers sees the defense, he sees it fall inside, and for the second time, no hesitation, getting the football to Woodhead.
.44 seconds. And Rivers, pass incomplete, and a flag against Kansas City's Eric Berry.
That's a good call.
Pass interference, number 29, defense. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
Eric Berry inside. Just pushed him, and you know it was a foul because Eric Berry got up and didn't protest for 1 second.
12-yard gain by penalty, ball at the 21. Hasn't taken him much time to get to this point. Still 39 seconds. Rivers standing in the pocket. Now look out from behind, and he's taken down for the first time today. And it's Eric Berry, who had just been flagged on the previous play.
Second, third, and final team.
The Chargers have to take their last time out.
I was watching the blitz the whole way. It's coming from the left side. Here he comes, Eric Berry. Brandon Flowers jumps up. So all those blitzers and the coverage was good enough down the field. Brandon Flowers goes inside. Eric Berry goes outside and keeps going after the quarterback. But the initial pass protection, once again, was magnificent by this Chargers team. They are ready for the blitzes, and the offensive line has had a great day helping out Phillip Rivers.
Chiefs' first sack in 3 weeks. 2nd down and 15. And again, no timeouts for the Chargers. As Rivers goes for the big ball to Ajira 2-2, and he has it for the touchdown.
What a throw. What a throw. Phillip Rivers just ripped it. And Ajira 2-2 gets by Sean Smith. And Sean Smith was expecting the safety to get there that time. Does anybody go up the field? Pretty tough for him to get over there. Look, you can't expect safety help. There were 2 people running down the field. So that's Demps. He had to honor the inside receiver also.
Here's a guy that's only caught 2 passes before this.
Play will be reviewed.
They're going to double check, make sure he went to the ground with full control. He caught 2 balls all season long, and that's going to hold up as a touchdown. Ajira 2-2, Shea Ajira 2-2 is Rivers' target in the final 24 seconds.
Yeah, those arms are wrapped around it. There is no doubt about that catch.
He was out there because Eddie Royal had been injured a little earlier in this quarter, and this is going to hold up.
Yes, it is. And you know, there's so many things to talk about. Ladarius Green, what a day for him. What a day for Keenan Allen. What a day for Phillip Rivers. But most of all, let's go back to what we've talked about, Jim, you and I, many times this year. Offensive lines have ruined many teams this season. And how about the Chargers? All beat up, switching their right tackle to left, and giving Phillip Rivers magnificent pass protection.
Phillip Rivers told us last night this is the old NFL coming here to Kansas City. It's a great old stadium, a loud crowd, cold weather. He said it's awesome. I can't wait. And he's played all day like he was just loving the atmosphere and the challenge.
Well, they're going to look at this, I guess, and it just keep reaffirming for one more time. It is a catch. But it means so much to the teams and the situation. They're going to make sure, and Phillip Rivers, my man, can celebrate when something good happens good on the field, can he? It's the way to be. That's Frank Reich, Mike McCoy. Probably can't believe they finally came through in the last minutes to get it done.
And then you see the reaction of Sean Smith, who saw Danny Woodhead.
Reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown.
Smith, who saw Woodhead move past him at one point in this drive for a big gain and then got beat on that one. And we have 8 lead changes now for the day.
Unbelievable.
Most in the league since 2011.
Still 2 timeouts for Kansas City in 24 seconds, and their return game has been good today.
And Demps, their returner, has almost 200 yards in kick return yardage today. He's been a threat. Quentin Demps. We've got a Charger hurt on the point after try, which was good. And it's DJ Fluker. Oh boy. The rookie first rounder who had to shift over to start on the left side today with King Dunlap, their usual left tackle, out with a neck injury. And you were just talking about all the offensive line injuries we've seen around the league this year, and it's been a constant reshuffling here at San Diego, and this is one guy that you can't afford to lose.
Yeah, it's number 76. Here he is in the middle. Oh, he gets his right knee caught underneath him, or his right foot, as he gets pushed back. And Jim, yes, going from right tackle, the first-round draft pick, he was really doing well on the right side. And they have an injury to King Dunlap. They moved him to left tackle. Played pretty well last week in Miami. Had some troubles on the last drive of the game with crowd noise and some really good pass rushers.
Rivers with 392 yards on the day and 3 touchdowns.
Well, this Kansas City defense, what's happening and why did they give up so many points today? 41. And the biggest reason is that the defensive backs are just not used to covering guys for so long. And it really is.
And the reason why they have to cover for so long,
they're getting no pass rush.
With Holly and Houston both injured in the first half of this game.
Yes, that's
the ones who had combined for 20 sacks on the season, the leading combo, if you will, in the league this year. And that's King Dunlap, who comes out to check on his teammate. Dunlap, again, the one you just mentioned, was out for the game with a neck injury. Fluker can't put much weight on that right leg at all. Well, let's look at the task at hand here for Kansas City. Remember, field goal would send it to overtime. Got 2 timeouts to work with, 24 seconds.
And let's don't, what little breeze there is on the field, there is a little that it is behind Kansas City too, Jim. In cold weather like this, kicking off into the breeze and everything that's up there right now. Notice these kickoffs are not sailing 10 yards into the end zone this way.
And Demps, who will, if they kick it to him, has consistently in this half returned it past the 35-yard line. There he is. 177 kick return yards today. Come close a couple of times to breaking real long ones. Novak's actually had to tackle him twice.
Boy, 41 points by the Chargers, and none of them cheaply.
It will go to Demps, who will step up to the 5 to field it. Across the 20. And brought down at the 28 by the man who caught the go-ahead touchdown, Ajira Tutu. Smith gets a couple of last warm-up throws before he runs onto the field with 20 seconds.
Now, a couple things you can't do. Of course, can't take a sack because that's going to ruin it, you know, use a timeout. But you can't throw it short either, Jim. So if there's nobody open, throw it short, make it incomplete. Don't get tackled in bounds to waste it.
He's got Avery to the right. Avery's had 2 catches over 30 yards today. Bo to the left. Smith goes underneath with Avery. Kind of zigzag and out to the 40 and a timeout with 12 seconds.
All right, got timeout. That's 8 seconds.
Mark it actually inside of the 39.
Well, I think you know what they're going to do on the defensive side. They're playing a defense. There's 3 people across deep, everybody else underneath. And a play everybody likes to run in the NFL, one of the inside receivers goes right down the middle, clears it out, and the outside receiver comes across the field. As I've seen this defense a few times today by San Diego, that's what here I am, the offensive coordinator, but that's what I would run in this situation.
Another second has been added to the clock. 13 seconds on the adjustment.
Got to take a chance.
Pressure. Smith going to be brought down. Reyes along with Kaiser. And the Chiefs, with 5 seconds, have used their last timeout. He was looking over at Bo. who was doubled up.
Yeah, nobody was open, and just a little indecision. Really nothing you can do. You don't sit here and go, oh, you should have done this or that. No, nothing was open. They were hoping to catch him with Bo breaking outside, and they were all over. Double covered Bo.
San Diego drops defenders all the way back to the 25. Looking ladder, and it's batted down, and it's recovered by San Diego, and the Chargers have pulled it off, giving the Chiefs their first home loss of the year.
On behalf of the entire Chiefs organization, we thank you for attending today's service game.
Keeping hopes alive for the San Diego Chargers.
It sure does. What a spirited effort by them. You could see the emotion right from the start today from the coaches, and it showed with the players, and just an outstanding effort really by both teams, and well played.
Here is the winning touchdown. Rivers improves to 11-4 all time against Kansas City. He finds Shea Ajera-Tutu for the winner with only 24 seconds left. So there's the updated AFC playoff picture. 5-6 is good enough at the moment to be the 6th seed in the AFC. How about that? That's exactly what the Chargers are after this victory here today. What a game it was. 8 lead changes. Kansas City falls to San Diego. For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nance saying so long. James Brown in New York after this.